Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up, welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 14th episode of Log Horizon Season 1. This one's titled World Fraction. So welcome to Log Horizon Day. We have no actual winter or spring shows to talk about today. I know there were some pre-screenings for certain shows. I know Eden Zero had a double episode preview. And I think there was another show that also got a preview today, but I can't remember which one it was. However, they're not on Crunchyroll Funimation, so we're not going to mess with them. We're going to wait until the actual episode comes out. Also because I want to have a day for Log Horizon to try and catch back up as much as I can so that we can get into Season 2 relatively on time, at least. That's the plan, because we hopefully will be returning for Season 2. I'm sure Myrlyn would like that, so yeah, we're trying to get through as much as possible. We've crossed the halfway point at least, so that's good. So I'm trying to get 4 episodes up today. Should be doable. I started at a good time, and I'm feeling pretty good today, so let's see where we go. But yeah, last week, we're meeting up with the people of land in Eastal, specifically the Palace of Eternal Ice, and we are kind of discussing things, negotiating in a way, and kind of learning about each other a bit. We're both wary. Both sides are kind of wary to go too far in, but it's clear that the people of land see us as something that we should try and maintain control over, because otherwise they could just say, why don't we become the rulers of the world? And they would be powerless to stop the adventurers, right? So they're trying to they want to be friendly, but have that edge over us, essentially, which I don't think we'll disagree with too much, but at the same time, it could be problematic in the future. Krusty's getting very familiar with Linesia, the princess, kind of using her basically as his shield against scrutiny from anyone else. And it's like, well, if he's buddy-buddy with a princess, so they can't really say anything, right? So he's kind of cleverly positioning that. He also remarks that she's quite like his real-life little sister, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, we have some scouting from Akatsuki, who is being chased by kids. I just love the fact that it's always the kids that manage to see her. Like, she's super stealthy all this time, except one instance where the kids always find her. So I quite like that as a running gag. And we learn about the Izumo Knights that apparently haven't returned. We also had a recent, I think it was the beginning of episode 13. It might have been 12, but I think it was 13, that talked about like goblins and such that were expanding, and it showed on the map how like their region was massively growing. And what I'm thinking is those 2 people of land we saw way back when, I think it was like episode 8 or 7 or somewhere around then, maybe 8, that saw something and like, oh, we gotta get out of here, essentially. I'm thinking they might have seen the goblin army approaching. I'm thinking maybe that's what the Izumo Knights have been dealing with and may have been killed for. So I'm thinking that that's going to be our next disaster, that we're going to prove ourselves to the Freedom Cities of Astal or whatever, to kind of win some trust over in that regard, because I don't see why they explained goblins so much, because yeah, it's cool to know about that, but it wasn't really super relevant up until that point. Like, yeah, we haven't really been mentioning goblins that much. So it kind of seemed odd to give them as much information and then show their territory expanding if we're not going to deal with them at some point. But right now that's back of the mind stuff, because we have a mage from the Mirror Lake called Regan, I think his name is. It's not Reagan, it's Regan, if I remember the pronunciation quite correctly from last time. And who wants to chat with Shiroi, and is aware of Shiroi and his name and what guild he's from, Log Horizon, and wants a chat of some description. Hard to gauge whether he's friendly or not. I mean, the fact that he bounced in with magic that made all the plants around him wither doesn't exactly give you a great first impression, right? But at the same time, he's leading with the desire to talk, and already knows us, so I assume we're going to hear him out, but I'm wary about what the hell he could say. I'm very wary about him. I don't quite know if we trust him 100% yet. I'm more on the side of trusting than distrusting, since he decided to open up with "Let's talk." So, and really, if he wanted to try and kill him, he would have launched like some powerful magic from afar, right? He wouldn't need to get up and close personal like this. It would be kind of risky, especially since he would, in theory, know that Akatsuki was with him, and it's like, yeah, you don't want to go head on with two people like that. 2v1, no matter how powerful you are, is still a bad idea. So, anyway, World Fraction, I guess, is going to be something. Maybe we're talking about the apocalypse a bit, because I guess that is a World Fraction, kind of in a way. Maybe we're going to discuss that, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm loading the episode up, as per usual. These are time-based format actions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture actions I do on the channel, which is everything from this season and future seasons. Some backdated shows, Patreon quest shows such as Log Horizon. We also have movies on there. Wolf Children, the movie just went out recently, so you can check that one out. But here on YouTube, we have to do timer-based. So bottom left of the screen, you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then on play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. Watch this one on Funimation, since that's where I can legally view this here in the UK. We have the Funimation logos to start, so 7 seconds of logos. You can, I'll call it out to help you sync up, but you can also use Screen Flash on my face or the mic to tell when you're transitioning. Pro tip as well, this part of my headset is very effective and I should give it away as well. So, with all that said, let's get into the first of this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Funimation, cheers. Here we go. Now explain a bit this time. Knowledgeable, okay. It's a very good question. OP time. Well, we know he's Regan, but still. Is there any particular reason why there's a bit of hair flying through that bit? I've always wondered that. I don't know if it's just meant to be Shiroe's hair or what, but... Love this OP. And there he is in the OP, so... Seems very ominous, doesn't he? Love this OP so much. Alright. Okay. Minori needs to speak up. Well, fraction. She needs to be able to speak up because she is capable. She just can't do it. Magical scientist, okay. Yeah. The Sage of Mirror Lake? Hmm. Okay. Oh, interesting. You recognize that as well. Nah, he was. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, apparently. I mean, look how many damn books he's got. Hmm. Global magic. Sekai Cube. That mean like world level magic? I thought Sekai mean world, not global, but oh boy. Jesus. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. Hmm. Wow. World. Yeah. I think we're stumbling upon how the apocalypse happens. 3 times, okay. World fractions name of a spell, okay. Hmm. Learning some here. Oh, yes, let's learn about the history of it. That's more than fine. It's going to be told and we don't hear about it, I'm assuming. More than likely. Someone needs to be a leader. Interesting. Humans, elves, dwarves, and elves, okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Oh. Okay. Who used it? Was it one of the six? The owls themselves. Okay. Oh. Huh. But I had nowhere to go really. Hmm. Worldwide scale here, not just focused on Japan. Oh. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. I'm sure we'll get the opportunity to. Special Fury, okay. Hmm. Right. So that's a respawn timer. Hmm. Adventurous. Hmm. Interesting. Uh. Oh, okay. 12 times. There we go. Time's been going that fast. That's when you started playing. Mm-hmm. It's lining up. Is the game 20 years old? The open beta. Hmm. And so, Third World Fraction, the adventurers are here as real people. Hmm. Okay. Right. Still thinking on that conversation? Hmm. Okay. Right. Hmm. HP. Hmm. Hence respawn. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. 1.8 million XP is a lot to lose. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Quite possibly. Hmm. Means that revival has more of a penalty than we expected. Hmm. Right, but now that we're in there, sounds reason we could lose both now. Mm. We haven't noticed it yet, have we? Right. But do it enough, and eventually, how much is left? Mm-hmm. Let's research this. We want to be certain about what we say before we make a panic, you know? Storm clouds, I think. Yep. Whoa. Hmm. Oh boy. The switch. Sure you are. Yes, you are, don't lie. Here comes the rain. Terrible. VA, man. Hmm. Mm-hmm. This is your opportunity. You can do it. Please don't be interrupted again. Sit your ass down. We got something to Minori. Say it. Okay. Alright. She's finally got the courage to speak up. Now hopefully it goes well. Alright, we're not going to watch the preview as per usual, since they are somewhat spoilerish. That was a good episode. Very, very good episode. Learning more about the world magic and stuff. I've fairly certain it's meant to be more of world magic than it is global magic, because Sekai I consider the world, rather than global. I don't know which is the more correct translation there, but I would more associate it with world, really. Like, I think of... So global, I think world magic sounds better than global magic, personally, but... Yeah. This translation on Funimation says global magic. I have no idea what other subtitles might say. But yeah, all of the records seem to line up. The game's open beta lines up with the start of those records, and then we have Shure himself showing up right as he started playing, basically. So it's all lining up. So the Elves cast the first World Fraction, which gave rise to goblins and therefore the wars. We then had many wars, and we got the hybrid races like what Nianta is, as well as others. But even then, because endlessly respawning is a problem, we then got adventurers, which were able to respawn in a similar way. And then the third one must have been during the apocalypse. Now, we didn't touch too much on when the third one was used and who would have used it. Like, why was a third one used? Who could have used it? For what purpose could it have been used? We didn't really go too much into that one, but we have some background now on all of that. I don't know if their conversation that night extended into it. They said they would, because they're interested to find out why this has happened, right? Yeah, we also learned spiritual theory, which is actually a really interesting way of thinking of it. Like, the way they've depicted revival and the XP penalty loss and stuff like that, it's actually really clever, and I really like the way they've interpreted that. Especially like the mind and the body with the psyche and anima. I really like the way they've interpreted this. Like, there's clearly been some thought put into this, and saying, instead of just saying, "Oh, we're special, we're adventurers, therefore we can revive," and "Oh, they're demi-humans, they're special, therefore they can revive," they actually put some actual like theory into it, and it's actually really interesting to see that. Like I said, it's something that other series, especially isekai type series, wouldn't bother explaining so much. But you can tell that this is just a rich world with a lot of like backstory and thought put into why everything and every mechanic is the way it is. And I massively appreciate that. I really massively appreciate that. I'm hoping Season 2 will follow in a similar vein and still having a lot to explain. But I'm sure Season 2 is also going to have its more... how do we put this? A more overarching plot that might have some relevance. Because right now, a lot of this has been meeting characters, learning characters, growing as characters, and learning about the world. There's not really a plot that we're pursuing. We're just trying to survive and trying to understand the world around us more than anything, primarily right now. So I wonder if Season 2, or if the last half of this show, Season 1, will actually start expanding on, oh hey, here's something that's happening, we need to go investigate that and make sure this is dealt with. Makes me think like the goblins that are rapidly expanding their territory, even beyond what they normally would as they respawn. Makes me think that maybe that's going to be relevant. But, yeah, I'm really interested in where they're going with this world, which is actually amazing. Now, next episode title is Attack. I don't believe that's, like, there's going to be an attack on the palace or anything. I believe that's just going to be Minori and her group going into the dungeon and actually being successful this time. I assume that's what they mean by attack. Unless there is going to be an attack on the palace, in which case this is going to get very interesting very quickly. But yeah, another fantastic episode. Loving it. So as per usual, thank you everyone for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the episode, as well as your comments on what you thought. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well. We're doing multiple episodes today. My plan is to do 4, but we'll see how many we do. There's at least going to be 1 more after this, I can guarantee that. So subscribe to see more of those. They'll all be coming out today. As well as the Winter 2021 lineup that is almost finished. We've got 3 shows left to do. Yeah, 3 shows left of the season. It will be Laidback Camp tomorrow, and then Horimiya and Skate on the Sunday, along with Celta World Code Black will be finishing off as well on the Sunday, and then we'll be pretty much going into the spring season. So stay tuned for that. Thank you everyone for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.